What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with another review for the Traitors, you guys, season 3, episode number 10. And this episode was titled The Power of the Seer. Good episode. Good episode. Curious to see how next week's episode is going to play out because next week is the season finale, and they filmed a reunion this past week. So I think it'll be season finale and reunion, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, if you guys watched it, definitely tell me what you guys thought about it down in the comment section and in the live chat. But before we do get into this episode, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and discuss the Traitors, shall we? All right, you guys. So we pick up where we last left off. And you guys remember we last left off with Danielle saying that she wants Brittany to join her in the turret and become a traitor. So we get this episode, and remember, if either Brittany accepts or she doesn't. If she doesn't accept, Danielle takes her out right there on the spot, right? So Brittany made the decision, yes, she'll become a traitor with Danielle. And so now, we're back to the turret to see what Brittany and Danielle's decision is on who they're going to take out in this week's episode. So they both decide that, Dylan and Dolores are both, super loyal to them and they don't want to take out Dylan and Dolores. And I was like, I would rather take out Dylan over anybody else. Dylan is sniffing around you, Danielle, but okay, girl. So then they thinking Ivar. I was like, Ivar is not a smart choice because everybody believes that Ivar is a faithful, which is interesting to me that everybody believes he's a faithful without actually knowing that he's a faithful, right? But everybody just assumes that Ivar is a faithful. So they decide not to go after Ivar. And I was like, that's a smart choice not to go after Ivar. But then they come up with the decision between Tom and Gabby. I personally would have taken Gabby out, but whatever. So, like I said, they're going back and forth about Tom and Gabby. So then we see at breakfast, so Danielle and Dylan were the first two to arrive to breakfast. And so they're just talking. And I'm noticing something. I don't know if this was told to them because I noticed that we all know that Danielle shakes a lot, right? But then Brittany came in behind Danielle and Brittany was shaking. And then there was some editing in this episode where Brittany was quote unquote looking for Ivar and she was pacing throughout the castle. It's like I'm wondering how much of this production put them up to. Because I'm looking at it now, I'm like, some of this stuff feel like it's production that got told them to add a little extra to certain things. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at that. I'm noticing that. Or it could just be Danielle trying to play and fool these people. I don't know. So after Brittany came in, then Dolores came in. Dolores is still on the whole tip. She thinks that Tom is a traitor. I was like, Dolores, girl, you can be further off, but okay. So then Gabby came in after that. And so now it's down to Tom and Ivar. And the final person to come into breakfast is Ivar. So the traitors have taken out Tom. Now, Tom, in his interview, when he was talking, I was like, Tom, you are so cocky, talking about how good you were at the game. Tom, you sucked at this game. But okay, whatever, Tom. If you feel like you were such a good player, go on ahead and toot your own horn. But you sucked, Tom. Let's just call a spade and be real about the situation. So, Alan comes in, right? And so Alan is talking to them about the mission. So in this week's mission, they can bank $30,000 into the team prize, and he also lists he hints at the power of the seer, but we won't find out more about the seer until we get to the challenge, right? So we get to the challenge, and in this week's challenge, they, like I said, they can collect up to $30,000. So there are three different rounds of game that they have to play, right? And each round they collect money, and the person who ultimately has the most money will end up winning the power of the seer. So the power of the seer is whoever wins the power of the seer, what they can do is they can pick any player that they want to pick, and that player will then meet them in a secret meeting where that person has to reveal to them, are they a traitor or are they a faithful? And that'll help impact the game. Oh, excuse me, y'all. So both Brittany and Danielle want this power. Obviously, Danielle wants this power so that no one calls her to this secret meeting and she reveals to them that she's a traitor. Brittany also wants the same thing because she doesn't want anybody to call her or Danielle down to this, secret meeting and find out that they're both faithfuls, right? Gabby wants to win this because she's onto Danielle, and if she can get, it out of Danielle that she's a traitor, then honestly, they can flip it, and she can bring it back, and then that'll help banish one of the traitors. So let's see. So they started up right now. The clowns are back in this week's episode. So we see the clowns. So the clowns, they all have money in them in their jackets, and they reveal it. And then some of them have these I don't know what they have, like mine, mines, or if you pop their balloon, you lose your money essentially. So they shuffle themselves around, and so when they shuffle themselves around, you still have to remember who has the money, who doesn't, right? So they went one at a time. So Gabby was the first one to go, and she got correct. So she collected $500 towards the team prize, right? So then after Gabby went, Brittany was the next to go, and Brittany collected $500 for them as well. So then Danielle went, and Danielle collected $500. And then after Danielle, it was Dolores who got another 500 for him, and then Ivor got another 500 for him, and then Dylan went, and Dylan, he lost. He didn't collect any money. So then there's a second round that they could do. They could either keep their money or they could go for it again. So let's see. In the second round, Ivar said no, he kept his money. Danielle said no and kept her money. And then Dolores went, got another $500. So Dolores is up to $1,000. Gabby went and lost her money. And then Brittany went and she banked another $1,000. So Brittany has $1,000 as well as Dolores, right? So then we get to round three. And round three, both it's just Dolores and Brittany at this point, right? So both of them said, nope, we're going to keep our money. So then we went to the second game that they had to play. So there were these rocking chairs, and there were dolls sitting in the rocking chairs. So they each picked the chair that they sat in with the doll, and they would pull the string on the doll, and the doll would tell how much money that they got. They keep pulling it. She calls out a dollar amount, or she'll tell you you're being too greedy, right? So Brittany went, no, Dolores went first. So her doll said $1,200 the first time. Then she pulled it again. It said $1,400. And after that, she decided, you know what, I'm going to stay and I'm going to stop, right? So Brittany went next. Brittany pulls her doll. It says 1,200. Then she pulls it again. It says 1,400. And so she has $1,400 as well, just like Dolores. So Gabby went. Gabby was getting a little too greedy because Gabby got, it started out with 12, then it went to 14, then it went to 16, then it said too greedy, so she lost her money. Ivar went as well. Ivar, I think he got to did the same thing that Gabby did. Got up to almost $2,000, and she said, "You're too greedy." So Danielle went. Danielle pulled her. She said 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, 1,800, 2,000. So Danielle has $2,000 currently in this round. Dylan went, and Dylan lost all of his money. So then we get to the final challenge, and the final challenge, there are these sacks that have gold coins in them, and they have to put them into these things. They have to put them into like a, I'm gonna say like a little. I'm using air quotes, but because this isn't what it was, but like a piggy bank, and you have to hoist it into the air before the clocks runs out, right? And each coin is worth $100, right? So in Dylan's interview, Dylan is saying that he's noticing that Danielle is really going for these coins, right? And so he's saying that that's making him question if Danielle is faithful or if she's a traitor, right? I was like, well, you should have been questioning that a long time ago, but okay, whatever, Dylan. Whatever makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. So after that, they all got all their coins up to, they got all, they got their things hoisted, right? And Alan told them, I won't tell you guys who the seer is. I won't reveal who the seer is until after the round table. I was like, oh, wow. Because I know that they were probably thinking that they were going to be able to go into the round table knowing who the seer is and who is a traitor or a faithful. Good to keep them on their toes, right? So we get back to the castle. Now, I will say, this episode, there were parts of this episode where you see people just talking about who they think the traitors are, right? Danielle is trying to get the suspicion onto Gabby, right? Gabby is trying to get it onto Danielle. So at one point we see as Gabby and Dylan are talking, right? Now earlier in the episode, it did seem as if Dylan and Dolores were on board with voting Gabby out, right? But then it shifted because Gabby is, giving her explanation about why she thinks that Danielle is a traitor. And so she's talking to Dylan, and it seems as if Dylan is listening to this and taking in what Gabby is saying to him about Danielle, even though Danielle has, he's been saying it. Danielle is one of his closest allies, right? So we get that. And then at one point, Danielle came in to where Dylan was. And so Dylan is telling her, like, hey, just to let you know, your name is at the round table. It's going to come down to both you and Gabby, right? And she was like, really? So do you believe that, Dylan? I was like, if he don't, he should. Because, I mean, it's very, because again, their whole theory is they feel like this is another situation of trader on trader, kind of like with Boston Rob and Bob the Drag Queen, right? So we see as Danielle told Brittany what Dylan had told her, right? So this is the point where Brittany was walking around the castle looking for Ivar, and when she was looking for Ivar, like I said, this was that was editing. But she talked to Ivar, and Ivar told her that he was voting for Danielle, and she was like, "I just don't know if I can vote for Danielle." And now with Brittany, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out for her, right? I think it's gonna be very interesting to see. So we get to the round table. So at the round table, we found out that they added $14,300 to the team prize, and the team prize is currently sitting at $168,800. Right now, at the round table, if you it started out where it's Brittany started it out by giving her reasoning for thinking Gabby could be a traitor. Then Gabby gave her reason for thinking why Danielle could be a traitor. And then Danielle, it's, talking about Gabby being a traitor. What I will say is, you know, I think Gabby has been underestimated in this game. And the fact that Gabby was, kind of sticking with Danielle and giving it to Danielle, I was like, oh, I like this Gabby. I like this side of Gabby. Like I like this. I really did. So we get to the vote, you guys, and the vote started out. So I think it was Ivar who went first. So Ivar voted for Danielle as a traitor, and I was like, okay. So then the second vote that came was Dolores. Dolores voted for Ivar, and I was like, say, because Dolores mentioned that she thought Ivar was a traitor because Bob the drag queen had mentioned his name twice. And I was like, oh my God, Dolores, here we go with these wonky ass votes. So then Danielle went. And so Danielle voted for Ivar. I'm thinking the three, Danielle, Dolores, and Brittany, got together and they're thinking, because you guys know, Ivar and Dylan, they all have been, for the last few episodes, they've been saying that they think that the traitors are girls with no real proof that they have nothing. It's just speculation, right? But Danielle voted for Ivar. Gabby voted for Danielle. Brittany voted for Ivar. And then the final vote came down to Dylan. So Dylan was a deciding vote, and Dylan voted for Danielle. So now we have 3 votes Ivar, 3 votes Danielle. It is a tiebreaker. So Alan told them that Danielle and Ivar will have one final plea to, sway their votes about why they're not a traitor, right? And so they win. And they'll have another vote which Danielle and Ivar won't participate in, right? So, and if they have a similar situation that they just had previously, it'll come down to a draw. I was like, oh, wow. So we get to the votes. Dylan once again stuck with his vote for Danielle. Dolores, she stuck with her vote for Ivar. Gabby, she stuck with her vote for Danielle. And Brittany is the deciding vote. And so we end the episode and we're going into next week's episode with the season finale, you guys. It's going to be interesting. What I will say is I'm very, very shocked that Danielle has managed to make it this far. Danielle is the only traitor that is left. And I am so shocked. I am so shocked that Danielle has made it to the end of the game. I didn't think she would make it. And like Dylan said, if Danielle makes it out of this round table, she will win this game. Her and Brittany will win the game. And if she makes it out of this round table, she deserves it. She deserves to win. You guys can feel how you want to feel about her, be mad, but she's played the game. Uh what up, D? You say this cliffhanger was some BS. Dolores gotta go as well. Not just saying Dolores gotta go. Not just saying Dolores gotta go. I was shocked that Dolores voted for Ivar. But here's the thing: I'm not mad at it. I am not mad at it. I am not mad at it. I am not really true. I'm not mad at it because after this, they won't reveal. Oh, and so going into the final thing, they're not going to reveal if they're traitors. So even if they vote out Danielle, let's just say they get to the final thing and they decide that they don't want to they want to vote Danielle out. Nobody has a suspicion that Brittany is a traitor. Damn, that would be kind of fucked up though if Danielle and Brittany make it to the end and they banish Danielle at the end and Brittany wins all the money. That would be terrible. D says Dolores in general is always wrong and always wasting votes. Nah, true. Honestly, when it comes to the whole Ivar thing, I don't really care because I haven't really, I don't really kind of see it for Ivar because I don't like the fact that he is assuming that it is a woman that's a traitor at the end. Like, I don't like how he came up with that. like that just came out of that felt like he just pulled something out of his ass. To be honest with you, um, you say they can only go off what they see in the game, but it's so weird when she's seen foolishness up close and personal and doesn't suspect anything. Well, I think the thing with Dolores is too trusting in people. I mean, let's just keep it a buck, right? She believes and trusts Teresa for whatever reason. When most people, when well, let me say not me, let me not say most people. When I can see right through Teresa's bullshit, Dolores be right there to defend Teresa. So, I, the way that Dolores is playing, it is not a shock to me. Not a shock to me at all, right? But like I do agree that if Danielle makes it to the end, it's gonna be a challenge for her to win. It's gonna be a challenge for her to win. But I think that you know what the numbers? Ooh, hmm, would the numbers be in her favor? Because if you banish Ivar, and then who could she? I mean, you would only have Gabby and Dylan. Oh, never mind. Hmm. Oh, if you banish Ivar, who would you take out after that? I mean, you can't go Dolores because I mean, ugh, air. Yeah, the road to winning this game is gonna be a struggle for Danielle. It's gonna be a struggle, but could she do it? Possibly. Will she do it? I have no idea. But I am interested to see the season. I am interested to see the finale and how everything plays out. I don't think that Brittany is going to vote against Danielle. I do believe it's going to come down to a battle of a draw, like what Alan said. Because I don't. If Brittany votes for Danielle, that'll be that'll be fucked up on her part, and I know Danielle would have egg on her face. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting finale. I'm looking forward to it. I am so here for it. I'm ready for it. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about it. That's really all I got for this episode. Damn, I really truly can't wait for the finale. I kid you not. I can't wait for the finale. I'm so excited for it. Okay, Riri Cook, you say the Traders UK Australia. So okay, I know that the Traders UK starts next week. Or no. It does. If the Here's the thing, I will watch the UK because I know that the Traders UK premieres after our version of the Traders ends. So I'll definitely watch Traders UK and see what it's giving. If it holds my attention, we'll definitely continue talking about the Traders because I love the Traders and I'm interested to see. Also, tell me in the live chat or in the comment section when it comes to the UK and the Australia versions, they don't do like what we do they? They don't have reality TV stars, do they? Are there just regular everyday people like what they did on season one? Had regular people mixed in with some reality TV stars, and I think that is part of the reason why Sari won season one because some of them people didn't know who Sari was. Even now, I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't watch Survivor, so I didn't really know who Sari was. But watching her on Big Brother, baby, I would have ultimately thought she was a traitor the way she plays. She's a great game player, but just let me know if if the UK and Australia if they have regular people because like I said I definitely will watch it. We'll see what it's given. If I like it, then we'll review it. But yeah, just let me know that little part right there. And actually, since I'm talking about the Traders UK, let's see when it starts. Traders. Hold on, you guys. I think it's the week after the US version ends. Yeah. No. Well, I know one of them is coming up very I know one of it's another that's coming up after our season ends. I just don't remember which one it is. But either way it go, I will watch. I actually the one that's coming up. I think they're dropping all the episodes at one time, so it won't be weekly. So probably what we would do is, let's see. Like I said, I know it's one that's coming up. I know it's another Trader season coming up. I just don't remember which one it is. Whichever one it is, we'll talk about it. You said they did that on season 2 of Australia. Okay. So yeah, you guys, that's all I got. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn on your post notification. Okay, so it is the UK. You said the UK season 3 drops the same day as the finale and reunion. Okay. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll watch that, and I'll just come on here and give you guys my overall thoughts on it. I'll give you guys my overall thoughts about it. But yeah, you guys, do me a solid favor, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, share the video, and until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.